If you had dropped just one crisp $100 bill into XRP at launch, you'd be staring at about $37,580 today, but that same $100 tossed into Chainlink? Yeah, that innocent little Benjamin would have swollen into roughly $6,500. Two coins, two wildly different journeys, and one question that might haunt you tonight. What if you had held on? Let's slow down, take a deep breath, and imagine we're sitting in a dimly lit room, a lava lamp murmuring in the background, while your phone glows with the numbers of a past you could have chosen. This isn't a trading lesson, no hype, no predictions, just a long walk through what actually happened, month by month, dollar by dollar, as two projects grew, mutated, stumbled, and somehow survived the chaos together. Everything has two main characters. Tonight, it's XRP and Chainlink. XRP begins in the early days of crypto, back when things felt like a digital Wild West. Its launch price, a microscopic 0.0058, barely the cost of a gumball. Chainlink enters the world later, launching at 0.22, which in crypto terms is basically, hey, at least I showed up wearing shoes. Two coins, two different starting lines, but one shared dream, to be something bigger than a speculative token bouncing around the internet. $100 into XRP at launch would have felt like tossing money into a slot machine and walking away before the reels even stopped spinning. $100 into Chainlink? Maybe you told yourself, it's a cool idea, but is anyone actually going to use this oracle thing? Oh, sweet summer child. Before long, both projects started crawling out of the primordial crypto mud. XRP crawled fast. That $100 began whispering, hey, I'm kind of growing over here. Chainlink took its time, the slow kid in class quietly becoming a future honor roll student. XRP hits milestones, gets attention, builds a community that somehow feels like a cult, and a family reunion at the same time. Chainlink does something different. It finds its people among developers, builders, and the weird corner of crypto where people argue about data feeds at 3 a.m. You know the type. XRP, built for speed, efficiency, and helping value move around the world without friction. A lot of folks saw it as a bridge between old finance and new tech. Some loved it, some hated it. Some wrote 40 tweet threads about it while eating cold pizza. Chainlink, the quiet infrastructure coin, the plumbing behind the scenes, the translator between real-world information and blockchain logic. It never asked for the spotlight, yet somehow became the backbone of an entire ecosystem. This is where our story deepens, because while XRP was sprinting early, Link was stretching, warming up, cracking its knuckles, preparing for a marathon. Then it happened. XRP erupted, blasting toward an all-time high of 3.65. Your original $100. It puffed up its chest like, Mom, I made it. But Chainlink. Oh, Chainlink. It pulled off one of the most dramatic glow-ups in crypto history, climbing to an ATH of 52.7. That $100 you casually threw into Link grew into about $24,000 at peak, staring XRP in the face like, cute run, bro. The emotions during these peaks were ridiculous. Diamond hands became legends. Weak hands became memes. People swore they'd never sell. People swore they'd sell at the next peak. People swore everything while sweating into their keyboards. Crypto is basically emotional CrossFit. Every hero's journey has a villain. For crypto, it's volatility. The kind that shakes your phone at 2 a.m. The kind that makes your stomach twist into origami. The kind that turns even calm, balanced adults into people yelling, why? In all caps. XRP fell. Link fell. Everything fell. This is where the story splits into two types of investors. Diamond hands. Calm. Slightly delusional, fueled by hope and black coffee. Weak hands, selling at the first dip, then buying back higher, then crying. But the real lesson here isn't about toughness. It's about time, surviving years, not weeks, understanding that money doesn't grow in a straight line, and that volatility is just the universe testing your emotional Wi-Fi signal. Let's snap back to reality. Right now, XRP sits at 218. Chainlink sits at 14.3. Your original 100? XRP, 37,580 altogether from launch to now. Link, $6,500 from launch to now. The contrast is almost comedic. XRP outpaced Link massively from starting point to today, but Link's ATH made investors briefly feel like crypto royalty. Two different rhythms, two different emotional roller coasters. Same starting bet, $100. Let's zoom out and look at the style of growth. XRP's timeline felt like fireworks. Explosive moments, long quiet spells, then another burst. Chainlink's growth felt like watching a tree grow. Slow, steady, then suddenly towering over your house. Neither path was painless. Every month brought new surprises, new dips, new hopes. Month after month, both communities built something unusual in the digital age: loyalty. XRP holders became one of the most dedicated groups in crypto, bonding over survival, patience, and endless legal talk. Chainlink holders became Link Marines, shouting "Sergey is life," while watching integrations pile up like Pokemon. These communities didn't just survive volatility, they fed on it. Let's be real for a second. Most people wouldn't have held from launch until now. Most people would have sold early. Some would have sold too late. Some would still be holding today, pacing around like their coin owes them rent money. But this $100 story, it shows something deeper. Small beginnings can grow into giant outcomes if you hold long enough to witness the ending. Yeah, it's exaggerated. Yeah, it's emotional. That's crypto. It's basically a telenovela with numbers. Recently, crypto has been buzzing again. Bitcoin waking up like it's had 3 energy drinks. Regulators still arguing. Institutions creeping in like parents checking on a party. And projects like Solana, ETH, and yes, our 2 stars, XRP and Chainlink, popping back into conversations everywhere. But again, no predictions here. Just the sound of the market breathing. If we strip away the charts, the cycles, the noise, what's left? Community. XRP's community survived lawsuits, memes, droughts, rallies, and somehow stayed loud. Chainlink's community quietly built one of the strongest reputations in the space. Both sides understand something most newcomers don't. You don't survive years in crypto on luck. You survive on resilience, on long-term mindset, on diamond hands when it counts, and the humility to admit when you were a weak hand last time. This stuff is a marathon, not a sprint, not even a jog, more like crawling across the desert with determination and a water bottle full of hope. So what's the real takeaway from this $100 experiment? Not that XRP won, not that Link spiked, not that one community is better than the other. It's this: time changes everything. Time can turn pocket change into rent money into vacation money into I might actually retire someday money. But most people never stay long enough to find out. The $100 you invest today might be nothing, or it might be the beginning of your favorite story years from now. Not advice, just perspective. If you like my video, tap that subscribe button. Not because you have to, but because somewhere out there, another tiny $100 story is already beginning. And who knows, maybe you'll be here when the next one unfolds.